Apparently they maybe have lost that. The non-devotees, how do the non-devotees, who do they consider their enemies? Outside, something external to themselves. The non-devotees consider that all their enemies are external to themselves, that all their impediments are external to themselves, and that they want to smash all their circumstances. They want to make the material world a comfortable place for their sense gratification. Does that work? No. Have we tried that? Has everybody here tried that? Have you tried to make the material world a place where all your desires get fulfilled? Does that work? No. It feels like it works for a few minutes sometimes. You know, you get a nice room, a nice house, and you think, perfect place where I can fulfill all my desires. You get married, and when you first get married, you think, yes, in the company of this person, I will become completely happy and fulfill all of my desires. Right? Or whatever it is, you get some business scheme, move to this place. So sometimes for a minute it's like that. Now, I got my degree, now I'll be happy. And then what happens after a little bit of time? You get to your nice place and you find out that the plumbing leaks. Right? You marry the perfect person and you find out they leave their dirty socks on the floor. Whatever it is. You find out that what you get isn't quite what you wanted, and there's some problems still there, or you get new problems. Your house is perfect, but you get a lousy neighbor, or something like that. It still isn't perfect. You get your whole situation, you get sick. Right? So the materialistic people, they're trying to step on the heads of their enemies by adjusting their external situation. And when there's some impediment to their enjoyment, they try to smash that impediment to their enjoyment. But the devotees understand that the way they're going to conquer their enemies is internal. And when there's some impediment to their service, what do devotees do when there's an impediment to their service? When there's some apparent fall down, when they're put in a circumstance where Krishna consciousness is difficult. That's the kind of fall down that's being referred to here. They take shelter of Krishna and Radharani. They take shelter of Krishna and Radharani. Now obviously, if you can make some adjustment, you may do that. But sometimes even we find, like Maharaj Chitraketu, he could have countercursed Parvati, he was so powerful. But he didn't do that. So when we have an impediment, when we have some kind of circumstantial fall down, which here again, the context of this fall down means some impediment, some situation where Krishna consciousness is difficult. If we can adjust it, fine. But not only do we have to have the power to adjust it, but the exercise of that power has to be in such a way that it be pleasing to Krishna. Because Maharaj Chitraketu had the power, but he knew that exercising that power would displease Krishna, so he didn't exercise it. So we have to first of all have the power to counteract the impediment. And then the exercise of that power has to be something that's morally, legally, spiritually proper. And if it's not, if either we don't have the power, or if the exercise of that power will cause a disturbance, then we accept. Krishna has arranged this. Krishna has arranged this. And Prabhupada says in the 6th canto, he says that Krishna turns all of the devotees' material impediments into spiritual service. Krishna turns all of the devotees' material impediments into spiritual service. Vitrasura used his demon body to increase his love, to increase his sohridam. Indrajumna took his elephant body, attacked by the crocodile, as an opportunity to increase his love and his desire. Chitraketu, he took his demon body, they all took Bharata, his dear body. They all took this circumstance, this unfavorable circumstance, as this is Krishna's mercy to give me impetus to increase my desire. They didn't say, well, I've got an elephant body. Oh well, Krishna's given me an elephant body. I guess that means I should just live like an elephant and forget about Krishna. Chitraketu didn't say, well, I'm a demon body. I guess I gotta act like a demon. To some extent, you act like a demon. It's fighting against anything. I'll just act like a demon and forget about Krishna. No. He said, I'm going to use this facility to develop my humility, which is what I needed to work on, and fall more and more in love with Krishna. Come under the shelter of Krishna and Ma, Daivim Prakritim Ashritam, to come under the shelter of the divine energy. The Prabhupada said that is the Hare Krishna mantra. Mother Hara helps us in achieving the grace of the Supreme Father Hari, and the Lord very quickly reveals himself to such a sincere devotee. So the essential meaning of this verse in purport is the great kindness of the Lord and his consort. That Lakshmi Narayan, Radha and Krishna, they are so very kind to the devotees. They never do anything that hurts the devotees. Even if the devotee has some difficulty, they put that devotee in a situation where they'll be free of that difficulty very, very quickly. And the devotee who sees their situations like that and takes advantage of them that way in love indeed becomes the rightful heir of Daiva, of the kingdom of God. So Krishna's mercy is not always shown just in externally pleasing material circumstances. In fact, just to have externally pleasing material circumstances may be a hindrance to the devotee and may keep us further and further in the chain of suffering. You know, if you're a prisoner, maybe getting a nice bed in the prison and really good prison food wouldn't give you an impetus to take the, reforming classes so that you can get out of the prison. So this is Krishna's great kindness. And how do we reciprocate with this kindness? Prabhupada is saying us, don't deviate knowingly. Be an adherent devotee. Don't deviate knowingly. Stick to Krishna's lotus feet. And if we stick to Krishna's lotus feet, he will take care of us. He will take care of us. And everything he's doing is taken care of. Even the things that appear to be his rejection of us are actually his care of us. And sometimes he cares for us by revealing the impediments in our heart, by making us very aware in our heart. Oh, I have a problem with envy, or oh, I have a problem with lust, or oh, I have a problem with anger. Why does he do that? Not to create an impediment, to help us deal with an impediment that's already there. And sometimes Krishna puts us in a situation where devotional service is more difficult. Why? So we'll hanker for it more, so we'll appreciate it more. And just recently at New Governor, I got a really, really bad flu, which is why I'm not seeing him for very long. I was really, really sick, and I could hardly move. I had to just keep lying down. Be able to do a little bit, and like, I'll lie down, I can't move. And it forced me to remember, everything I'm doing is by the grace of Krishna. And I was realizing a few days before, when I was at Govinda Valley, a couple devotees had praised me. And I said, everything comes from Krishna. But I was aware, Krishna made me aware that there was some pride that I was saying everything comes from Krishna. You understand? I wasn't feeling that. I was feeling, it's me. And then Krishna just said, oh really, it's you? What can you do without me? You can't even stand up. Just even do anything. And at least for a few hours, I was thinking, every time I move, that's by Krishna's grace. Just that I can sit up, just that I can walk, is by Krishna's grace. See, Krishna is so kind that he's reminding me. Just to say, it's Krishna's, he can take it away whenever he wants. And he says, do you really believe that? Okay, here we go. I see what you believe. So it's Krishna's kindness.